Hello, my friend. Welcome back to Mumma Magma Yoga. My name is Tamu, and this month we have a yoga for challenging times. So this practice is designed to help your body rest, your mind let go, give you a chance to create sacred space for yourself, and just soften and let go of your list and come back into healing and restoration and calm. So I invite you today to bring along a blanket and a couple of pillows or a bolster. I'm using a bolster today, but you can just bring your two favorite pillows. You want to be able to stack them up fairly high and use them as support and just to get cozy and feel good throughout your practice. So I invite you to set up your space, light a couple of candles, make sure that you feel cozy, warm, ready to rest, and that you have no distractions that can come and pull you out of that. I'll see you on the mat. All right, my friend, so hopefully you have created your space, you've gathered your props, your helpful tools for this practice, and that you're ready to allow the body to rest, the mind to let go, and come into your own space and promote healing. So this practice is designed to help you calm the nervous system, promote healing within your body, and to come back to center, reducing cortisol levels, allowing you to tune back into what matters, and just be really gentle with yourself. So I invite you to grab your blanket. Hopefully you brought one along. If you didn't, don't worry about it. You're just making yourself as cozy as you can. I am going to open up my blanket and just bring it as extra support for my knees and my wrists. So I'm going to center it on my mat, make it nice and smooth, make my way to a tabletop position, grounding wrists under shoulders, knees underneath hip points, and we're going to start right away with some cat-cows. So as you're ready, inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, reach up through the crown of the head. Exhale, round through the tailbone, curl up through the spine, let the head dangle down, the neck soften. Twice more, inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, we round it through and push the earth away. Find the yummy here, my friends. Start to tune in. Inhaling once more, belly dropping, gaze lifting. Maybe you wag your tail this time. Exhale, round it through. Let this be juicy. Feel into your shoulders and into your spine. When you're ready, come back to your nice neutral position and then just start making big circles with your hips. You can walk your palms forward a little bit if you want to here, just to create more space. See how big you can make those circles. Start to feel into the hips. Maybe you linger back in child's pose. Maybe you come forward into a cobra or an up dog. See if you can change directions. Start to tap into the breath. Let go of your day. Just be really present here. One more breath. And we'll bring it back to a neutral position. And we're going to bring our big toes to touch and maybe open our knees just a little bit wider to give ourselves space. We'll ground down through the left hand and reach our right fingertips all the way up to the sky. Just open our heart. I have a beautiful view out my window. And on the exhale, we're going to bring that right arm under the left, the right shoulder all the way down to the earth. Let our head relax down. You can turn your gaze to the left. You don't need to be on your nose. And then we're going to take our left hand, extend it out past the crown. See if we can open through that left armpit.
And we might pull our hips to the right, leaning into that right knee a little bit more, just evening them out. And then perhaps we'll close our eyes. Allow for that twist in the upper and mid back. Let any worries or stresses roll off of our shoulders. Send them as compost back to the earth. Just let your breath be in a natural rhythm. Follow your intuition here, loving yourself fully and completely. Let's take one more breath here. Then we'll bring that left hand back to the floor in front of our face. Rise back up to our tabletop position. Get comfortable here. Make sure that you feel grounded. And when we're ready, we'll lean into the right hand. Lift our left fingertips up. Open our heart space. And on an exhale, we'll thread that left arm under the right. Bring the left shoulder down to the earth. Allow the head to relax down. Maybe wiggle our hips a little bit. Get stable. And then we'll reach those right fingertips out past the crown. Maybe spreading our fingertips nice and wide this time. Perhaps leaning into the left knee and pulling our hips to the left so we get more out of this twist. And settle into the breath. The world can feel so heavy. We have so much to deal with. It's so important that we allow our nervous system to calm. Come back to center. Remind ourselves of what matters, what it means to be alive, to find joy, to appreciate nature, friends, and family. Last breath here. Then when we're ready, right hand comes back to the floor in front of our face. We rise back up, find our tabletop position. And here's where I invite you to bring your pillows into the practice. So I'm going to bring my bolster. You can bring your pillows or your bolster, whatever you're using. I'm going to open my knees nice and wide so that I can tuck that bolster up towards my groin. Finding a nice support system here. And when I'm ready, I'm going to allow myself to drape my belly and my chest over that bolster and allow my head to relax down. I'm letting my face turn to the left, resting on my right ear. You don't have to dig your nose into your pillows. Just find a nice, comfortable position here. Resting back on your heels, knees open nice and wide, and your torso being able to rest heavy on your pillows. I invite you to close your eyes. Let your arms relax down. Your arms can be at whatever position you'd like them to be. You can reach them towards the top of the mat. They can be right beside your pillows, and you can lean into your elbows a little bit. Just find what feels comfortable and supportive here. And maybe you close those eyes again or soften your gaze. And just let yourself be present. Listen to the sounds around you. Feel the air quality in your room or your space. I'm listening to the wind blowing outside and the birds chirping in the trees. This is your chance to just fully come into your own space, not worry about anybody else or anything else. Couple more breaths here just to really relax. All right, my friend, when you're ready, flutter those eyelashes open. Start to rise back up in whatever capacity you have. I'm going to push my bolster so you can push your pillows out in front of you so that they're at the top edge of your mat. I'm going to transition myself to a seated position so you can go ahead and join me when you're ready. We're going to come to our seat. Get nice and grounded. We'll bring our hands behind us. Fingertips can point away from you or towards you, whatever works in your body. We're planting our feet on the floor, knees are bent, and our feet are nice and wide, so wider than our hips. We're going to take a deep breath in here. And on the exhale, the knees are going to go to the left. Just see how far you can press that right knee in and down towards the floor. Take a pause here. And then we'll float those knees back up through center. And when we're ready, we'll allow them to fall to the right. You might need to move your pillows out of the way like I needed to. We're just letting that left knee press down and away from us, feeling that nice gentle stretch in the hip crease. Nice. One more time on each side. So when you're ready, knees float back up through center. We allow them to go to the left. Press down with that right knee. Maybe pull back with your right shoulder a little bit. Maybe look to the right this time. Just adding on little elements that may feel supportive and yummy. Then we'll take it back up through center and allow those knees to come all the way down to the right. Pressing that left knee down and away. Maybe pulling back with our left shoulder, maybe taking our gaze to the left, just seeing what this adds on, if it feels right in our body. Nicely done. When we're ready, I invite you to look forward at the screen and rise on up onto your sits bones. You're going to tuck your left heel in towards your left sit, or left hip, I should say, a bit more, and really bring that right heel in towards the groin. So you're finding a deer pose here. Now we're going to take our pillows or our bolster and bring them right up against our right hip. So we're pulling them in towards the hip so that they're touching that right leg or that right hip. Then you'll take both hands, dial them to the right, place them on either side of your pillows. So make sure your pillows are nice and stacked and arranged how you want them to. And when you're ready, you're going to allow your belly and your chest to come down to those pillows. Once again, you can turn your head to the side. I recommend you look to the left so you don't put extra strain on the neck. Hands are planted on either side of those pillows. Belly and chest are relaxing down, and you're letting yourself surrender into the pose. Once again, eyes can close or gaze can soften. Tuning back into your breath, letting everything go. Shift your bum around if you need to. Get nice and comfortable. Getting a gentle stretch in that left hip and the lower back on the left side. But mostly this is about surrender, letting the earth support us. Finding a soft restorative pose here. Try to let the whole body relax. Soften through your jaw and your forehead. Let the shoulders relax down and away from the ears. Give yourself a couple more breaths here. And I invite you to take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, sigh it out. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Then we'll gently flutter our eyelashes open, push ourselves back on up to our seat. I'm going to bring my left leg around in front, finding Sukhasana for a moment so that I can transfer my bolster. You can transfer your pillows over to the left side of my body. Then I'll come back into that deer pose. So fingertips behind you, palms behind you, feet spread nice and wide in front of you. We'll take a deep breath in. Exhale, both knees go to the left this time. Once we've found that, so make sure that left foot is in front of the right knee. We're going to bring ourselves up, tuck that right heel in towards the right sits bone, left heel in towards the groin. Make sure that those pillows are positioned nicely on our left side. Take both hands all the way to the left, place them on either side of our pillows. And when we're ready, we soften down. Let ourselves relax onto our pillows. Bring our head down. Shuffle our bum a little bit if we need to. Turn our gaze to the right. Let the belly and the chest completely surrender down to that support. Find where you want your hands to be. Wiggle around until you get comfortable. Let those legs totally relax. And then maybe soften your gaze or close your eyes once again. Just let the yoga work its magic on this side. You don't have to do anything. You can simply be here. Letting the throat soften. Letting the jaw relax. Finding your own rhythm with your breath. Slowly allowing the torso to get heavier and heavier into your pillows. Getting more and more relaxed. And just reminding ourselves that letting ourselves rest is also productive. Thinking that we need to produce and be on the go all the time only leads to burnout and doesn't allow us to make decisions from a conscious, centered, grounded space. Instead, we are reacting from fear and adrenaline rush. So giving ourselves moments like this can really help us to make decisions that are good for our bodies, heart, and mind, and to show up in the world with more strength, integrity, purpose, and alignment. Couple more breaths here. Then I invite you to take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, sigh it out. Then we'll flutter our eyelashes open, push ourselves back up to a seat. Transition to a seated pose. Oh, I could have easily fallen asleep there. Look at my eyes. They probably look like Garfield's heavy eyes. And we'll take that bolster. We can leave it where it is. Just center it on your mat. You're going to turn so that your back is facing that bolster or those pillows, and you'll draw them right up to the lower back, right so that they're touching and they feel nice and secure there. You can send your legs out long if you'd like to. When you're ready, you're allowing yourself to surrender your back down to those pillows. Rearrange your hair if you need to. Let your arms drape down by your sides. Make sure your head is supported. If you need some more support there, allow yourself to pause the video. Grab a block or another pillow or rearrange those pillows so that the head is also supported. We're just allowing the chest to be nice and open here. Palms are face up beside us. And letting ourselves get heavy into those pillows and onto the mat. Now you can keep those legs nice and long. If they feel comfortable there, beautiful. If you want a little bit more, you can go ahead and bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the earth, walk the feet together, really together, and then allow the knees to open nice and wide, bringing the soles of the feet together. Finding your Supta Baddha Konasana. You might get here and go, that's not feeling very supportive. I feel like I'm straining here. So you can always come back to just sending the legs out long or just keeping the knees bent and allowing them to come into center and relax against each other. Just find what works here and then tune back into your breath, your presence, letting yourself feel heavy and soft. Relax that jaw, unfurrow that brow. Let those shoulders move down and away from your ears. And simply be here. You are worthy of rest. You are allowed to want to take care of yourself, to gift yourself with time and presence and ease. Your productivity does not determine your worth. You are worthy no matter what. Just simply being alive makes you worthy. Give it a couple more breaths here. See how much you can relax. Then when you're ready, we'll take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, let yourself sigh it out. Then we'll flutter our eyelashes open, close our knees, or bring our feet together. And I'm going to invite you to roll to your left side, roll off of your pillows, and gently rise on up to your seat. I'm going to move my bolster out of the way
Now, bringing it down to the bottom edge of my mat. And I'm going to scooch myself off of my blanket and bring it to the side so that I can use it to cover myself in a moment here. When you've done that, we're going to center ourselves on our mat and once again allow ourselves to roll all the way down. And you're going to hug your knees into your chest and keep it nice and soft here. If you'd like to peel your nose up, by all means, go ahead and do so. But otherwise, I invite you rather, to allow your head to relax down, to feel the support of the earth underneath your lower back. Maybe you just rock your knees side to side. Maybe you gently make circles with them. But just take a moment to feel your heart space and your lower back on the floor here, letting the breath be nice and calm. Then when we're ready, we're going to hug the left knee into the chest, send the right leg out long, letting it relax completely on the floor. We'll grab our left knee with our right hand, drag that left knee to the right side of the mat. Let our left shoulder relax down to the floor and let ourselves soften into this gentle twist. Maybe we've rolled onto our right hip a little bit. Maybe we're letting our head relax completely into the floor. We're almost done with our practice. So really use these last few moments for yourself to be present, to be here, to soften and let go. Maybe you even tell your body, I give permission for my body, heart, and mind to heal, to rest, to rejuvenate. Last breath here. And we'll float that left knee back up through center. We'll hug the right knee in, send the left leg out long, let it relax down to the floor. Then we'll grab that right knee with our left hand, drag the right knee to the left side of the mat. Let the right shoulder relax down, that arm spread out beside us maybe, and find our way into this gentle twist on this side. Reminding ourselves to let go in the jaw, to soften through the brow, to just enjoy the movement, to feel into the sensation and let ourselves rest. Last breath here. And then as we're ready, we'll gently unravel. Bring that foot to the earth, bend the left knee. Now I'm going to invite you, I'm going to invite you to maybe transition so that you can bring your pillows underneath your knees. So I'm going to bring my bolster into the picture, position them underneath my legs so that they're underneath my knees. Then I'm going to let myself roll all the way back down and bring my blanket into the picture. So I invite you to cover up here. Make sure that blanket is over your hips. Maybe it's a nice weighted blanket. Oh, lucky you. Get nice and cozy. Roll those shoulders away from those ears. Maybe face those palms face up beside you. Really relax your legs into your pillows. Soften the head towards the earth.
Really feel it ground down through the back of the head. Relax the jaw. Soften through the belly. Feel the weight of your body on the earth. And once again, maybe you close your eyes or soften your gaze. And just allow yourself to completely rest now. No more asanas, no more doing. And perhaps you maybe even let yourself drift off into dreamland from here, taking a nap. Allowing yourself to take a bit more time to be present, to slow things down, take a pause. If that's not possible for you today, don't worry about it. Let's just be here for a couple more breaths. And then if you do need to get up and on with your day, I invite you to gently flutter the eyelashes open, to wiggle fingertips and toes. Maybe you find some wrist rotations and some ankle rotations. Maybe you do some jaw yoga. Maybe a yawn happens. Oh my goodness. And when we're ready, we'll bring the palms together, thumbs to the third eye. We'll take a deep breath in. And let go with a juicy exhale. The light in me honors, cherishes, and is in continuous awe of the light in you. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope that it serves you well and that you got the rest and rejuvenation that you need to show up in the world with more strength, vibrancy, integrity, and passion. I'll see you next time, my friends. Love you so much.